You're reading the morning news. The letters look fuzzier than usual. You blink, rub your eyes, adjust the light. Maybe it's just tiredness. Maybe the print is too small. Maybe, but deep down, something feels off. And the scary part? This is how vision loss begins. Quietly, not with blindness, but with little changes you're told to ignore until one day you can't. Hi, and welcome to Speech Balloon Longevity Talks Herb. If you're over 60, you've probably heard. It's normal to lose your eyesight with age. And yes, some changes are natural, but some are warning signs. Today we're covering 7 subtle but serious changes in vision that many people over 60 experience and ignore. Blurry spots, trouble seeing at night, light sensitivity, trouble focusing when reading, wavy or missing parts of your view. Some of these are harmless. Some are urgent. By the end of this video, you'll know which changes are normal and which are not, what early symptoms often go unnoticed, and how to protect your eyesight now before it's too late. Fan your fan, because it's not just about seeing. It's about reading to your grandchild, driving safely, cooking, living fully. Your eyes are not failing you. They're talking to you. Let's learn how to listen. Blurry vision that comes and goes. You wake up, your vision is sharp. By lunchtime, things look soft, like a camera just slightly out of focus. And by evening, clear again. You think, it's probably just eye strain. I'll blink it away. But blurry vision that comes and goes, especially after 60, is not something to ignore. It can signal blood sugar fluctuations, eye pressure instability, beginning stages of cataracts, dry eyes, early macular degeneration, speech balloon. Real comment says, my vision got blurry for an hour every afternoon. I blamed my screen, turned out to be pre-diabetes. When I finally saw the eye doctor, they said I could have caught this earlier. Speech balloon story. Peter's just tired excuse. Peter, 71, noticed his reading glasses weren't working like they used to. Sometimes everything looked foggy. Other times, clear. He shrugged it off for a year. One day while driving, the street signs blurred right when he needed them most. A checkup revealed early glaucoma. He said, if I had waited a few months more, I might have lost part of my sight for good. Now, with treatment, his vision is stable, and his confidence behind the wheel is back. Brain why this happens? Your eyes rely on stable pressure inside the eyeball, a smooth, clear lens, moisture and tear balance, healthy blood vessels for oxygen and nutrients. Any disturbance in those systems, especially with age, high blood sugar, or blood pressure, can cause intermittent blurriness. And unlike permanent blur, like needing glasses, this comes in waves, which makes it easy to ignore until it gets worse. Wrench what you can do. 1. Track your symptoms. When does it happen? Morning? After meals? While reading? 2. Check your blood sugar and blood pressure. Fluctuations affect eye pressure and nerve health. 3. See an eye doctor. Mention that the blurriness comes and goes. That detail matters. 4. Stay hydrated and reduce screen glare. Dryness and strain can also play a role. Compass the deeper truth. Your eyes aren't just tools, they're sensors. And when they blur, they may not be failing. They may be warning, because you deserve to see clearly, not just sometimes, but always. Light sensitivity or halos at night. You're driving home after sunset? Draw something on. Headlights from the opposite lane seem blinding. Draw something on. Street lamps glow with a sharp halo. Your eyes ache, and your instinct tells you, this isn't normal. You're not imagining it. Increased sensitivity to light and nighttime halos can signal early eye disease, especially after 60. And yes, Many seniors simply stop driving at night because of this, but the reason why matters more. Speech Balloon Real Comment says, I quit night driving because everything just glowed too much, especially headlights. I thought I needed stronger glasses, turned out to be early cataracts. Speech Balloon Story, Maria's Headlight Struggle. Maria, 69, noticed the road at night had become stressful. Every oncoming car felt like a spotlight in her eyes. She started avoiding dinners with friends and errands after 5 p.m. Her optometrist told her it wasn't just aging. She had early-stage cataracts and dry eyes, which made things worse. With treatment and eye drops, her comfort returned. Now, she says, the road feels open again. I'm not afraid of the lights anymore. Brain, why this happens. As we age, our eye lenses become less clear. Early cataract development. Scatter light more. Don't adjust to brightness as quickly. Are more vulnerable to dryness, which diffuses incoming light. This causes glare, halos, and discomfort in environments that used to feel normal, like twilight or stores with fluorescent lights. Wrench what you can do. 1. Avoid bright LED or fluorescent lighting in your home. Use warmer, dimmable light when possible. 2. Wear anti-glare glasses, even clear ones when driving. They reduce halos and improve contrast. 3. Use artificial tears if your eyes feel dry. Dryness can amplify sensitivity. 4. See an eye specialist for a full lens check. Early cataracts can be slowed or addressed easily, but only if detected. Compass the deeper truth. Losing night vision isn't just about aging, it's about adaptation, and you don't have to shrink your world to match your eyes. You can expand your tools and your peace of mind, because clear vision means freedom. Trouble reading small text, even with glasses. You've had your glasses for years. They've worked fine, but lately, menus are harder to read. Prescription bottles look fuzzy. Books, emails, even phone messages feel like a struggle. You clean your lenses. Adjust the light. Blink. Still blurry. And you start wondering, do I just need stronger glasses? Or is something else going on? Speech Balloon Real Comment says, I bought 3 new pairs of readers before realizing the problem wasn't the glasses. It was my eyes changing. The print isn't smaller. My vision just isn't as sharp as it used to be. This isn't vanity. This isn't old age laziness. This is presbyopia, a natural change, and sometimes a signal of deeper vision shifts. Speech Balloon Story, Alan and the 3 Pairs. Alan, 74, had reading glasses in every room, but he still found himself squinting more and more. He assumed it was time to upgrade his lenses again. But the optometrist said, it's not just your focus. Your lens flexibility is changing. Let's adjust your strategy, not just your prescription. Now Alan uses progressive lenses, better lighting, and specific reading positions. And reading, his lifelong passion, is easy again. Brain, why this happens. After 60, your eye's natural lens hardens, becomes less flexible, slows focus shifts, especially close to far, needs more light to see clearly. This affects near vision first, even with correction, and if ignored, it can lead to eye strain, headaches, and giving up on activities you love. Wrench what you can do. 1. Use brighter natural lighting when reading. Warm LED or sunlight is ideal. Avoid dim lamps. 2. Try reading glasses with blue light protection, especially for phone and screen use. 3. Ask your doctor about progressives or bifocals, not just stronger lenses. Sometimes the frame design helps more than the magnification. 4. Rest your eyes every 20 minutes. Use the 20-20-20 rule. Look 20 feet away for 20 seconds every 20 minutes. Speech Balloon Quick Pause. Check in with us. So far we've talked about 3 changes to watch for. Which one have you noticed in your own life, or someone you care about? Drop a number in the comments. Even 1 or 3 is enough, and might help someone else feel less alone. Compass, the deeper truth. You don't have to give up reading. You just have to meet your eyes where they are now, because caring for your vision means caring for the parts of life that bring you joy. Missing or wavy areas in your central vision. You're looking at someone's face, but part of it seems blurred or missing. You try to read a line of text, but a word in the middle looks bent, distorted, as if behind water. You rub your eyes, adjust the light. Still there. This isn't just age. This could be macular degeneration. Speech Balloon Real comment says, I noticed I couldn't see the center of my crossword, just the edges. I thought it was lighting. When lines on my kitchen tiles looked wavy, I knew something was wrong. These symptoms are subtle and easy to miss in the early stages, but they almost always affect central vision, the sharpest part of how we see the world. Speech Balloon Story, Nora's Book Page Shift. Nora, 76, was an avid reader. One morning, the middle of the paragraph looked foggy. She blinked, turned the page, changed her glasses. Nothing helped. An eye scan showed early-stage, age-related macular degeneration, AMD, with diet changes, supplements, and follow-ups. Her vision stabilized, she said. I can still read because I caught it in time. Brain, why this happens. The macula is the center of your retina. It gives you the vision for reading, recognizing faces, driving, seeing fine detail. With age, tiny blood vessels beneath it can leak or break down, causing blurred spots, wavy lines, loss of sharp focus in the middle of what you see. Wrench, what you can do. 1. Use an Amsler grid at home. You can print one. Look at it weekly. If lines appear wavy or missing, see a specialist. 2. Eat a vision protective diet. Dark leafy greens, eggs, fish, and brightly colored veggies. 3. Don't ignore small distortions. Even mild changes can indicate early AMD. 4. Talk to your eye doctor about AREDS2 supplements. This formula can slow progression in many patients. Compass, the deeper truth. Vision loss doesn't have to mean darkness, but it does mean awareness. Because your central vision is how you connect with stories, faces, smiles, and the world around you. And catching changes early can keep those moments sharp and alive. Difficulty adapting between light and dark. You walk into a dim room after being outside, and suddenly, everything goes black. It takes too long for your eyes to adjust. Minutes, not seconds. Or you step outside on a sunny day, and the brightness overwhelms you. You squint, blink, pause. Your eyes are slow to catch up. This change is subtle, but it often means your eye's internal system is aging and sending a signal. Speech Balloon Real comment says, I used to walk from the patio into the hallway with no problem. Now it takes me 30 seconds just to see clearly again. I thought it was just old eyes, but my doctor said it was deeper. Speech Balloon Story, Jerome's Shadow Moment. Jerome, 73, loved gardening, but every time he came inside after being in the sun, the living room looked pitch black. He'd stop, wait, even stumble. His doctor explained. The rods and cones in his retina weren't adapting as fast. It wasn't blindness, it was slowness. With better nutrition, tinted lenses, and safer lighting at home, he got his flow back. And his confidence. Brain, why this happens. As you age, your pupils react more slowly. Don't widen or shrink as quickly. Let in less light. Have less flexibility to adapt to contrast. This is especially noticeable, moving from outside to indoors, entering a dark room at night, driving at sunset or through tunnels. It's not dangerous on its own, but can lead to stumbles, fear, and frustration. Wrench, what you can do. 1. Keep lighting consistent inside your home. Avoid sudden shifts. Use motion-sensitive lamps or soft hallway lights. 2. Wear transitional or lightly tinted glasses. They help reduce the shock between brightness and shade. 3. Avoid driving at dusk until you feel confident. This is when most vision-related accidents happen. 4. Increase your vitamin A and zinc intake. These nutrients support retinal health and light adaptation. Compass the deeper truth. The world doesn't need to feel too dark or too bright. Your eyes can still learn, still adjust, still improve, and even if the light changes slowly, you can still move forward. Because adaptation isn't failure, it's growth. Seeing floaters or flashing lights. It starts as a shadow drifting across your vision, or tiny strings that float when you move your eyes. Sometimes, at night, sudden flashes like lightning in your peripheral view. You blink. They're still there. You rub your eyes. Still there, and you wonder, is this serious or just annoying? Speech Balloon Real Comment says, I started seeing tiny specks floating, especially when looking at the sky. I didn't think much until I saw a quick flash in the corner of my eye. It turned out to be a warning, not a disaster. Speech Balloon Story, Linda's Light Spark. Linda, 68, noticed a few floaters for years. But one evening, a burst of light shot across her side vision. She thought it was headlights from the window. But it happened again. Her eye doctor saw signs of retinal traction, the gel inside her eye pulling slightly at the retina. It wasn't a detachment yet, but it was close. With timely treatment, she avoided damage. Now she says, I still see floaters sometimes, but they don't scare me anymore, because I understand them. Brain, why this happens. Inside your eye is a gel-like substance called the vitreous. With age, it shrinks and pulls away from the retina. This causes floaters, tiny particles casting shadows. Flashes, tugging stimulates light signals. Most floaters are harmless. But sudden new ones, especially with flashes or shadows, may indicate retinal tear, retinal detachment. These are medical emergencies, and catching them early can save your sight. Wrench what you can do. 1. Pay attention to changes. 1 or 2 floaters equals common. A burst of new floaters or flashing equals see a doctor immediately. 2. Don't rub your eyes hard. This can aggravate vitreous movement. 3. Use protective eyewear in bright light. Flashes can feel more pronounced in glare or dark. 4. Get a dilated eye exam annually after 60. It's the only way to catch subtle retinal issues early. Compass the deeper truth. Floaters don't always mean danger, but they always mean attention, because the difference between annoying and emergency can be just one blink too late. You have the tools, you have the awareness, and you still have time to protect what lets you see life fully. Loss of peripheral vision or tunnel vision. You walk through a doorway and bump into the side. You don't see someone coming from the left until they're right in front of you. You feel boxed in, like your vision is narrowing. This isn't clumsiness, it's not distraction. It could be the beginning of tunnel vision. And it's one of the most overlooked symptoms of glaucoma. Speech Balloon Real Comment says, I thought I was just getting distracted or turning slower, but I wasn't seeing the corners anymore. My doctor said I had high eye pressure. I had no idea. Speech Balloon Story, Henry's Side Vision Test. Henry, 77, loved working in his garage, but he noticed tools would appear suddenly, even though they'd been there the whole time. His son tested him by slowly raising fingers beside Henry's head, and he didn't see them until they were almost straight ahead. An eye pressure test showed early glaucoma. Now, with drops and follow-ups, his vision is stable. Catching it early saved more than my eyes. It saved my independence. Brain, why this happens. Glaucoma damages the optic nerve, often without pain or obvious symptoms. The damage usually starts at the edges of your vision, which makes it easy to miss until it's too late. Once lost, that vision cannot be restored, but further loss can be prevented. Wrench what you can do. 1. Get regular eye pressure checks, especially if you have a family history. Silent glaucoma runs in families. 2. Notice how often you turn your head. If you're compensating more than usual, test your side vision. 3. Avoid ignoring subtle disorientation or bumping into objects. These are not just aging. 4. Use brighter light and avoid visual clutter in your environment. A clear space supports a clearer path. Compass the deeper truth. Losing what's around you doesn't mean losing who you are. It just means your vision needs support, attention, care, and you deserve that. Conclusion. Let's recap the 7 vision changes that matter after 60. Blurry vision that comes and goes. Light sensitivity or halos at night. Trouble reading small text, even with glasses. Missing or wavy areas in central vision. Difficulty adapting between light and dark. Seeing floaters or flashing lights. Loss of peripheral or side vision. Maybe you've noticed one. Maybe more. But this isn't a warning, it's a reminder that your eyes are still working for you, even when they struggle, and with attention, early action, and regular care, you can protect them for years to come. Speech Balloons subscribe to Longevity Talks Herb for more real-life health insights, clear guidance, and calm support after 60. And tell us in the comments, which of these 7 signs surprised you the most? Even a simple #4 inches might help someone catch what they're missing before it's too late. Because aging with vision means aging with clarity.